We take you now to the New Orleans area, the latest hotspot in the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. Today, protests outside of a government building in Jefferson Parish. But as is always the case, there are at least two sides to the story, and some local law enforcement agencies are welcoming this federal crackdown. NewsNation's Allie Bradley joins us live. Allie, you've been covering this since it started. What have you seen so far today?
Yeah, hey, Nichole. So we were here as about 15 protesters from Orleans Parish showed up here in Jefferson Parish ahead of a city council meeting to condemn the federal law enforcement operations that are happening right now. They're calling on the council to end their cooperation and collaboration with the federal agencies, saying all immigrants are welcome here. Now, as soon as they entered the chamber, shortly after that, one individual was removed. He was removed for what he tells me was for holding his sign up too high. On his way out, he shouted, "Shame on you, collaborators." Now, the group there calling for the end of these agreements with local PD and the legalization of anyone in the country illegally. Take a listen.
This is something that causes real harms in our community, with people missing work, businesses not being able to operate as usual, children missing school. They're creating a general atmosphere of terror and fear. Today is just go in the city council and let it be known that we want an end to these formal agreements with ICE, but we want them to go further as well. We want them to put up sanctuary policies that will allow people to operate safely, and we want a future where there can be legalization for all.
And just last week, things did escalate at a New Orleans City Council meeting. Today, during a special session when protesters tried to talk about the federal deployment during other action items, City Council shut down public comment, kind of putting an end to that. And they're not the only ones opposing these efforts. A new GAMC and analytics poll out of Orleans Parish, which is a blue area, it essentially fell along party lines. Roughly 80% of 500 people polled saying they are against the enforcement operations, despite most of these operations happening in suburbs. This, as Commander Gregory Bovino maintains, that the people that they talk to on the streets in other parishes where they're actually operating, they say that they are wanted there and people are welcoming the enforcement. Now, Nichole, it's really important for our viewers to understand, right? We have all this pushback for the federal law enforcement deployment here, but New Orleans, Louisiana, is a coastal sector. So ICE and Border Patrol are present here. They will continue to make apprehensions as they have been, despite with or without Commander Bovino being here. So that is something that our viewers need to understand, is that this operation, the magnitude of it is new, but the presence is not necessarily new, Nichole.
And we know, Allie, that many local police departments across the country are working alongside Border Patrol. What is happening there in Louisiana?
Yes, so we know right now, at the kind of request of the governor, that the state police right now are working with the federal law enforcement. So you have them closing down streets, you have them assisting with traffic stops, things like that. So they are working in conjunction here. But in a statement the state police provided to NewsNation, the superintendent telling us, quote, "Louisiana State Police will collaborate closely with our local, state, and federal public safety partners to provide operational support during immigration enforcement operations. Our troops will be in uniform and operating marked LSP vehicles to ensure a visible and coordinated presence. Troopers will take immediate action on all state-level criminal violations involving the assault or battery of any law enforcement personnel, federal, state, or local, as well as incidents involving criminal damage to property." But when you look at city police, that's a little different, because the Attorney General is trying to urge NOLA PD to do its part as well, again, in a more blue city. And there has been some back and forth there. The superintendent of police there saying they are not assisting, but they will comply with the law. The AG doubling down, saying they need to fully cooperate with ICE and Border Patrol, like other law enforcement are doing, like Kenner PD and 23 others that are signed on to the 287G program, Nichole.
All right, Allie Bradley, live for us there in Louisiana. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.